This week, we bring you another throwback edition of About Town.
Celebrating the excitement of the visual and performing arts in Irving.
We'll revisit some of the Irving Art Center's most exciting performances.
And we'll preview what's in store for fall 2021. All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Stevens.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman. Susan and I are excited to bring you our final edition of About Town on location from the Irving Art Center.
You said final edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to worry, About Town returns with a brand new look and slightly different name when ICTN celebrates our 40th anniversary on October 12th.
So we'll end an era in the place that has been the heart of Irving's arts community for over 30 years, the Irving Art Center. We'll take a look back at performances from the world-famous Trocadero de Monte Carlo and the Kingdom Choir.
And we'll revisit our local stars, including some talented young artists from the Irving ISD High School Art Show and one of my personal favorites from main stage Irving Las Colinas, the hit musical Chicago.
We'll also bring you details on the Irving Cares Gala, Boots and Bling, and our special guests, Todd Hawkins and Jen Landry, have a preview of what's coming up this fall at the Irving Art Center and the Irving Archives and Museum.
And to round it all out, we have my review of the MCU's must-see action flick, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It is a big show.
Yeah.
As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, interesting people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
The Kingdom Choir stepped into the international spotlight at the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. A year later, they booked a whirlwind U.S. tour with a stop right here at the Irving Art Center. Here are some highlights from that magical evening of music.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't.
More than 2 billion people watched as the Kingdom Choir gave an unforgettable powerhouse performance of Stand By Me in 2018 at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's wedding.
As you stand by me.
Before the royal wedding, I was a gospel girl through and through. But the royal couple asked for Stand By Me, which I thought was a soul song, but actually it also has its roots in gospel. The second verse actually comes from Psalms 46. It started out as a spiritual.
Stand by me.
If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea.
What the song seemed to have done was touch so many people. People they talk about having goosebumps or being in tears from singing Stand By Me, which I never thought was possible. So it seemed to me that the essence of gospel can be filtered through many genres.
Since then, they've topped the gospel charts and now have a hit album and a first-time tour, which included a stop at the Irving Art Center.
This time last year, if you'd have told me that we'd be touring the United States of America, I mean, everybody wants to go to America, don't they? It's a dream. I would never have believed this, but yes, so it's our first one, and we're so excited. I'm having a fabulous time, I've got to say.
This British gospel choir has been performing in England for over 20 years. Known for their unity and warm energy they bring to any song.
We love gospel and we love the positive things, but also I think things can be done through themes like Something Inside So Strong, or All of Me, or Fix You. I mean, people are having real experiences through these songs.
The Kingdom Choir appreciates the opportunity to continue sharing their passion for music and their faith.
I once was lost.
And it's more about us believing that God is with us wherever we are and whatever we're doing. So yes, it's the love of them. Of course we love their music. I think we love God more.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Learn more about the Kingdom Choir at kingdomchoir.com.
The all-male ballet troupe, known by their famous nickname Les Trocs, made 2 stops in Irving over the past few years. And at the last one, they shared some trade secrets with a special invited audience. Here's another look at Les Trocs on stage and behind the scenes.
Dancing on pointe is an art form all ballerinas strive to perfect. Oh, wait a second, are those 2 guys? That's right, Le Ballet Trocadero de Monte Carlo proves that men too can dance on pointe.
You hear about that women are trying to do what men do. This is where you see men trying to do what women do. The ability to be agile and stand on your toes and to actually perform at this level is amazing.
Le Ballet Trocadero de Monte Carlo is an all-male comedy ballet company. On stage you will see only male dancers, portraying also you traditionally portrayed by female roles, such as Odette, the Queen of the Swans in Swan Lake.
This is the second year the Irving Arts Center has hosted the show. The professional dancers perform an impressive repertoire of classical ballet with a comical twist.
It is exceptional dancing above all, and that allows them to play and be very comical with it. Because I think once you know your craft really well, then you can make it funny, but still be extremely resilient to the craft.
Before these dancers go on stage, they have to transform into their characters through a lengthy makeup session. We went backstage to get insight into the process.
So one of their dancers has come in the night before to give a preview of the makeup. So we're going to watch him get into drag for the drag portion. Most of the dancers play a male character and a female character, and they have incredible names for each of them that are all very comically based. And so he is going to do a demonstration of getting into drag and doing the makeup and showing a select group of people here how that works, and then getting into full costume.
So I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself. Oh my God.
The history of the Trocs, as they are also known, dates back to 1974.
When there was a lot of the gay liberation movement starting, Stonewall riots, to name some. And a lot of theater was done in a parody form and in drag. And Le Ballet Trocadero de Monte Carlo is a spin-off of a company that was from that period of time.
The Trocs are now a worldwide phenomenon, presenting a hilarious take on ballet classics.
We always open with something like Swan Lake, a little bit more campy and slapstick, and we ended the show with something that is more in an exaggeration of the style of the Russian ballet, the Imperial Russian ballet.
Le Ballet Trocadero brings a unique form of entertainment to the city while broadening our community.
Well, I think it's always important to look at the diversity that we have within our community and see the different things that are available. I mean, we're fortunate to be in a situation where we have the quality of a facility that we have, so that they're wanting to come and perform here.
It celebrates the diversity of our city. It celebrates the people who are here. It does it in a way that is extremely studied and professional, and I just think it's an incredible way to open the door and say, you know, the Art Center's for all people, for anybody who wants to walk in the door, no matter who you think you are or who you want to be. You will find yourself here, you will find a place. You know, it's sort of our way of saying, you know, Irving, I see you.
Organizers and the city hope the Trocs make a graceful and hilarious return to the Irving Arts Center next year. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
To find out more about Les Trocs, visit trocadero.org.
When the Irving Arts Center opened its doors in 1990, it became the undisputed home of the arts and the arts community here in Irving.
The mission of the Arts Center has expanded over the past 31 years, and we have a lot to look forward to this fall.
Todd Hawkins, Director of Arts and Culture, and Jen Landry, Director of Museums, join us with news and a fall preview. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Always great to have you guys. So Todd, I'm going to start with a question to you. They say that there's a lot in a name. How does the name of the Department of Arts and Culture reflect the expanded mission of the Arts Center?
You know, Irving Arts Center has always had a great history here in Irving of being a place of incredible talent and a place where people can go and see incredible, entertaining, and incredible art. We just, when I started 6 years ago, decided to take that and make it literally the center of art and really push it out from this building to see if we could get art into every corner of the city of Irving. There's just so much talent here and so much talent to find, and I think one of the beauties of art is, you know, it's an equalizer. Wherever there is talent, we can find it and we can make incredible artists, no matter what they want to do. So we just started looking at the ways that we could expand the arts. We did an arts and cultural needs assessment. We went out to the city. We asked the community and the residents what they needed, what they wanted. And what really came back was they wanted more arts in more areas of the city. And so that really led us to looking to expanding into the museums and looking at ways that we could very quickly expand our footprint from the center of the city here at the Arts Center and engage more people in their neighborhoods and closer to their homes. So that's how we came up with a plan to bring the museums underneath the arts and culture wing. And that's what made the department, adding all of the museums, the Mustang Museum, the new Irving Archives and Museum, Bear Creek, Jackie Townsville Bear Creek Heritage Center, and the Ruth Payne House Museum all became the Department of Arts and Culture.
That's great.
Yeah.
Jen, you guys did a great job pivoting last year from the pandemic. Can you give us some highlights of the last year?
Yeah, so we opened in February of 2020, and of course, like everyone else, shut down in March of 2020 and had to really take a step back and reevaluate. And so we spent last year finishing and putting on the finishing touches for the Irving Archives and Museum. We launched a website, and then we hosted some really great exhibitions, including Away from Home, Indian Boarding School Stories, and World War I America.
Great stuff, Jen. I loved all of it, and I really love being able to walk through the Irving story. It's just so wonderful. So Todd, you guys worked the same kind of magic here at the Arts Center. You kept people healthy and entertained through the time. So what was the biggest takeaway from this year?
You know, our business is bringing the community together in celebration of themselves and each other. And in a period where you can't really bring people together, that became very difficult to do. But the team here really pivoted to online exhibitions, being able to see everything that we were offering from the comfort of your home without having to leave, doing all of our school programming online, story times online, and just sort of trying to figure out how we continue to get out and engage the community, even though we can't bring them together. And of course, as we moved through the pandemic and figured out all of the ways to keep people safe, we began opening the doors again and letting them in, mask recommendations, keeping people apart. And now, you know, the doors are open, we're starting to run again in the fall, and we're hoping that everyone is keeping all of the safety precautions, even though we don't have mask mandates and we don't have social distancing in place in the building right now. We do keep as many precautions as we can to keep people safe.
Yeah, yeah. And Jen, what can visitors look forward to this fall at the museum?
We have a lot coming up here in the fall. We just are about to open our next traveling exhibition, 2 Minutes to Midnight, The Architecture of Armageddon, which is a fabulous photography show that looks at the Cold War era. We are about to open a very, very special exhibition on ICTN at 40, which we're really excited. We've been partnering with ICTN on, and that is a homegrown exhibition that we're curating and developing in-house. And then later this fall, in November 12th and 13th, mark your calendar, we will have a grand opening for the museum. That, of course, got delayed last year, but we will be celebrating a grand opening, and that will also be the opening of an additional traveling exhibition called Spirited Prohibition in America. And of course, that looks at the era where we outlawed alcohol in this country, and it just seems like a really great party theme. So we hope you'll mark your calendars and come out.
Exciting.
Yeah, there's a lot of really exciting things, and thanks for the plug on that 40th anniversary ICT, and I appreciate it so much. So Todd, let me ask the same question. I know you've got some great things planned for the fall. What's coming up?
We have two great shows. We're going to do an exhibition of Bob Nunn, a local hero, internationally known artist that was a teacher here at Northlake College for 30 years, and so kind of bridging that community and tourism gap very nicely there. We also have the Kingdom Choir, which you mentioned earlier on your show, back on December the 3rd at 7:30. So that's sort of what we have planned for the fall, and then a lot coming up in the spring as we move forward through the pandemic.
Well, we're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited for us. We're excited for you, and really looking forward to getting back together with the community in these walls and at all the museums. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
So, folks, for more details on all the excitement coming up, visit irvingartcenter.com and irvingarchivesandmuseum.com. If you're ready to meet another long-awaited Marvel Cinematic Universe hero, Susan says the wait is over with Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And you don't need to be a fan of martial arts to get wrapped up in this hero story. Here's Susan with more.
Throughout my life, the Ten Rings gave our family power. If you wanted them to be yours one day, you have to show me you are strong enough to carry them.
Marvel has done it again. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is another notch in the Marvel belt of quality superhero movies with fleshed out characters and heartfelt stories. In this film, Shang-Chi has been secretly going by the name Sean, spending most of his time with his best friend Katie as a valet in San Francisco. But when they are unexpectedly attacked by his father's terrorist organization, the Ten Rings, he's forced to return to his old home and confront the past he's so desperately tried to run away from.
You are a product of all who came before you. The legacy of your family. You are your mother. And whether you like it or not, you are also your father.
I told my men they wouldn't be able to kill you if they tried. Glad I was right.
Within the past year, Hollywood has presented us with some less than mediocre Asian-led action films. The new Mortal Kombat was painfully cheesy and forgettable, and the live-action Mulan disappointed in every way except their costumes. Thankfully, director Destin Daniel Cretton incorporates the right amount of humor, depth, stunning martial arts, and elements of a fresh perspective on Asian culture throughout the entire film.
You have the wrong guy. Does he look like he can fight? Come on, bro.
You okay?
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Clev coming at you live on the bus. I actually did take a little bit of martial arts as a youth, so I'm gonna try and grade this fight as we're going.
The look and feel of the film is mesmerizing, but perhaps what's even more captivating are the performances by this outstanding cast. The hilarious Awkwafina continues to shine as perfectly timed comedic relief, and Simu Liu shows off his extensive martial arts and stunt work, solidifying him as a multi-talented action star. His journey as Shang-Chi is relatable and moving.
You're just a criminal who murders people. Be careful how you speak to me, boy.
I thought I could change my name, start a new life. But I could never escape his shadow.
Though the movie struggles with its pacing in the second half, this is easily forgivable. The film provides a well-thought-out storyline with an emotional backstory, and stuns visually with its seamless choreography and electrifying special effects. It's also the Asian-inspired action flick audiences have been needing to see, as Disney continues to successfully showcase diversity and inclusion in their productions. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a high-flying adventure you'll want to experience safely in theaters. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Is this what you wanted?
You got this.
Thank you.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is currently playing at AMC Irving Mall. For more of Susan's reviews and celebrity interviews, visit thischicksflix.com. After a year of online and outdoor events, supporters of Irving Cares can't wait to put on their boots and bling for the 2021 gala.
Irving Cares CEO Kyle Taylor and board member Joy Goodrum brings us a sneak preview.
It's great to see you guys. Thanks for being here today.
Always good to see y'all. Always good to see y'all. Thanks for having us.
Always good.
So, Kyle, how excited are people, the supporters for Irving Cares, to get back together and celebrate all the great things that you guys do in the community?
The support coming back from the community has been really, really good. Really positive. People are really out to get out. What we're finding is they really want to get out and support missions that have helped folks and continue to help folks during the pandemic. So the feedback has been very positive. We've done some things, and we're doing some things to make it safer and practice some social distancing and make it safe and everybody to be comfortable. We have not had any negative feedback on people worrying about being able to be there or not show up and not to attend. Our goal was 300 people. We're already past that goal on table sizes, and so we're very excited. The community has always really done a good job of coming out and supporting the mission of Irving Cares and what we do for the community. So we're really excited to get out and do this. We're keeping it a little more casual with the boots and bling theme. So if you want to wear your boots and blue jeans and come on out, then come on out to Irving Cares and support our mission.
Fantastic.
Great, great. I've been excited about this ever since I heard that this was happening. What can visitors look forward to when they come?
Well, you first be sure to mark your calendars for September 17th. That's a Friday. It's going to be over at the Irving Convention Center. We're going to have this great big old longhorn named Bevo that's going to be out there ready for pictures. We're also going to have a silent auction, a live auction, great food. I was lucky enough to be able to go with Kyle to go taste some of the food, and it was fantastic. So you're really going to want to turn up for that too. We're also going to have a country band called Country Groove, and they are, Kyle, you know a lot about them.
Yeah, they're a regional country band that plays throughout the Metroplex, throughout the area, and we were lucky enough to get them. They play a nice mix, but they're going to concentrate on their country and western groups and play that type of music, so it's a chance to scoot your boots when you're there.
Yeah, and you can dress comfortably. That's the thing too. You don't have to get all fixed up, just come comfortable and be ready to have fun.
And that is the hallmark of everything that you guys do. I mean, y'all know how to put the fun in fundraising. That is a true statement. So how are you guys planning on using the money that you'll raise at the gala to help your mission this year?
So that's a great question. I appreciate you asking that. The money that we raise is going to help us to continue to do the mission that we do. We've been building through this year with some strategic planning with the board to get our staff more out into the community, to the apartment complexes, and to the places where our participants in our programs are at. When they have to come and use their limited resources to get to us, it's a burden on them. And so we've increased our technology ability. We're looking at getting a food truck that with mobile food pantry with some help from some other folks around to be able to take that, as well as our education, our employment services to those folks in need in those apartment complexes where we see a concentration of need in the city. So it's going to change the way we do our mission. It's going to allow us to be able to get in front of more people and to get to those participants and allow them to reach self-sufficiency and change their lives.
Wow, those are some exciting changes, and I know that your patrons are really going to appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a different change. We're staying with the same mission, but we're taking our mission mobile in a way. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll have another major announcement on working with another big partner here in the city to be able to really provide and prevent people from reaching financial crisis, working with some of our partners in the city that will allow us to really keep folks from being evicted and keep them in their homes.
Wow.
That is great.
So hopefully at the event, we'll make that announcement.
Great, great. And are tickets still available? If so, how can people get them?
Absolutely. You go to irvingcares.org. We have sponsorships available. We have tables available. We have individual tickets. Or if you just can't make it, we are more than happy to take your donation. So
Absolutely.
feel free. We have all different ways to come and support us.
Well, if you can't come see us, get ready for the New Year's Eve party that's going to be announced that we're doing in the city.
Very right.
That's true. Big announcement. So I'm going to ask you to come back on the show to give us the details. When we get a
we
little
would
bit
be more than
closer.
happy to do that.
We can do that.
That's great. So great to see you both.
Yeah,
so
great.
excited about the gala.
Always good to see you.
Always good to thank you for what y'all do.
Oh, thank you guys.
Folks, that's Boots and Bling, and obviously some boot scooting too on Friday, September 17th from 6:30 to 11:30 p.m. at the Irving Convention Center. Get your tickets now at irvingcares.org.
Main Stage Irving Las Colinas has an outstanding reputation in the Metroplex, especially when it comes to how they produce a musical. When you watch this feature on their hit show Chicago, you'll know why. Here's a look.
It's the longest running revival of a musical in Broadway history. Chicago follows Roxy Hart and Velma Kelly, who are vying for fame while they're both on death row.
It is based on an actual story, two actual murderesses who were all the rage back in the 20s. And what's so great about this show is it still resonates today because we are fascinated through the media by anybody that's a bad girl or a bad boy. And that's kind of what Chicago is.
We got a behind-the-scenes look at Main Stage Irving Las Colinas' production of the musical and learned a little more about these feisty characters.
Roxy is, she wants to be a star. That's all she wants. She has been wanting to be a dancer in vaudeville all her life. But life happens and she didn't really get where she wanted to be, and now in probably the worst situation possible, she's getting the publicity and that stardom that she never got before.
Velma Kelly was a vaudeville star who caught her husband cheating with her sister and murdered them, and she is currently in jail trying to build up her trial and her credibility so that when she gets off, she can have an even better career.
Chicago will stay true to the original musical by including all the components of a vaudeville show.
It's got the comedians, it's got the funny, sassy women, it's got the sexy numbers, it's got the sad clown number, but all done through the characters of Chicago, and the show is presented that way. So when you come in, you're going to have kind of a speakeasy feel and see the story kind of evolve in that setting.
Chicago has glitz, glam, music, and murder. And it's all that jazz that should have you rushing to see this show.
There's, really intense dramatic numbers, really fun flippant numbers, and little quips to laugh at. So something for everyone.
Come see it. It's fantastic.
For About Town, this is Susan Comyob.
Main Stage Irving Las Colinas just revealed their 2021-22 season. Get the details as well as the fall lineup for Main Stage 222 at mainstageirving.com.
And here are a couple of events you won't want to miss happening about town. Main Stage Irving Las Colinas closes their 2020-2021 season with The Bad Seed, opening September 10th in the Dupree Theater. The show runs weekends through September 25th with evening performances at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday matinees at 2 p.m. For tickets, call 972-252-ARTS.
Get moving and get ready for fall at the Irving Marathon Oktoberfest 5K, Saturday, September 18th at 7 a.m. at Texas Lottery Plaza at the Toyota Music Factory. Visit irvingmarathon.com for the details. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time when we'll premiere the all-new About Town with new segments like feature flicks and time-honored stories that have always been at the heart of this show.
We'll visit with New York Times best-selling author Julie Murphy. Check out SWE Fury Kids Camp at the Irving Convention Center.
And we'll catch up with artist Jo Timming for a look at how her career skyrocketed during the pandemic. We'll leave you tonight with a look at Momentum Dance Company's summer concert, Voices. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Stevens. Have a great evening.
queste libertà non possono in nessun caso essere esercitati in contrasto